Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and it finally happened. 2 weeks late, but it's, hey, you know what? As they say, it's better late than never. We got the uniform for Rogue, and your boy been testing it out. And I can't lie, man, I'm actually digging it. I'm really digging it. Rogue is getting a pretty sizable buff with this uniform. So for any of you guys who are on the fence about it, it's a good look. And I will be tier 3ing her within the next 24 hours. But if you have anything that you want to see with her at tier 2, let me know in the comment section, or you can hit me on Discord, or you can join one of the live streams and let me know. But that being said, let's take a look at Rogue. First and foremost, some of you guys are probably going to be curious what the uniform options are. I went ahead and I got the uniform to Mythic just because I had a lot of biometrics for Rogue on hand, because I always try to keep 1,000 for the mutants that are farmable. So anyways, let's jump into it. I need to switch this to dodge because I have too much cooldown right now, but I'll leave it at skill cooldown for now because that's what I had on the old uniform. Speaking of which, I think I am going to do a comparison between the two, but I can tell you for a fact that I do think that this one is going to be better offensively. In terms of like defense and survivability, I think I still may prefer this one just because it gives me that 15% HP every time I use the 2 skill. Now I know this one gives you more, right? But it's like a static, or sorry, a passive heal for like 10 seconds. Whereas this one just gives you that bump by 15% as soon as you use the 2 skill. I prefer this more than I like the passive healing from this one so far, right? It's only healing for like 1400 for me, so sometimes I find myself like low on HP and I end up dying before I can heal up enough HP to tank an incoming attack. So that's one thing I don't really like about this new uniform. The heal, not as good as I would like. Anyway, so we got Colossus here for the first uniform, then we got Spider-Man Homecoming. Next one is Storm. This I should change to dodge, but it's Odin, which is actually really good. We got Lucky there, so that's actually pretty good. And the last one is Black Widow. So this is a great uniform. This is an amazing uniform. This one is pretty good. This one is meh. And then this one is obviously top tier because Colossus is still one of the best PvP support characters in the game. Right, so overall, not too bad on the options for Rogue. Let's go ahead and take a look at her skill set. So first and foremost, for her tier 2 passive compared to what she had previously, let me just show you guys so you can get a refresher. So we had 23% guaranteed dodge, 20% for the all buff increase, and 30% for the duration, and then 17% for the damage received decrease there, and then it goes up to 20. So small incremental buff for the dodge and the damage reduction. And then they actually gave her a pretty sizable buff on her 4-star passive. I really like this. So before it was just decreasing the debuff duration. Now it's actually giving you 15% critical rate and then 30% critical damage. So you probably never need to give Rogue any kind of, look at that, I'm over now. Like I'm over because I gave her a couple crit damage Urus back when she had the old uniform. So now I'm gonna have to destroy one of these Urus from like, yeah, multiple gear slots and then replace it probably with HP. Because here's the thing about Rogue, because she has this passive that increases all of the buffs and their duration, she's gonna make it so that the best thing to play her with is a CTP of Rage. Now you can get away with playing her with a damage proc, but I do think the best thing for Rogue is going to be a Rage. Just like how the best thing for Captain Marvel is a Rage, this passive basically bumps up this proc that I have right here from 180% to actually 216%, and it will actually do the exact same thing to a CTP of Rage. These passives, whenever you see them on character, increasing all of the buff effects by 20% and then increasing the duration, it just basically tells you that this character will do like insane amount of damage, or at least they will do the most amount of damage they could ever possibly do with a CTP of Rage, because they're gonna bump up just how much of the boss's damage reduction you're ignoring. So you know how on the CTP of Rage here, you're ignoring 60% of the boss's damage reduction? with a CTP of Rage equipped to Rogue and this passive, you're gonna get an extra 20% on that 60. So that's pretty good, man. That's actually pretty damn good. Right? Actually, you're gonna get more than 20%, I believe. I'll show you guys when I do put a Rage on her, because I am gonna put a Rage on her. Now let's talk about the rest of her skill set. Right, overall, the 1 and 2 kind of let me down a little bit. I would have hoped for a little bit more out of them, but the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th are really good, and I think they mesh together really nicely for a couple different reasons. The first in which, all 3 of these skills have the exact same cooldown time. You can see 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds. It's very weird that they did this, but it's actually very good that they did this, because what you want to do with Rogue is actually 3 cancel, 4 delayed cancel, 5, and then you hit the proc on the 5, and that's going to give you the maximum amount of damage that you can get with Rogue before you get her up to tier 3. Just because of the fact that the defense down is on the 4th skill, that's why you want to delay this. You want to delay this until she punches into the ground. I'll show you guys in the preview menu in a second. And then once the defense down is applied, you want to instantly cancel out of that into your 5th skill, so you get the attack buff, and then your proc lands on your 5th skill. Now, because you're canceling not 1 but 2 skills into another skill, there is the probability that your proc is going to sometimes end up on the 4th skill, because the 3rd skill doesn't hit unless you let the counter play out. Right, it's very easy to cancel out of the 3rd skill into the 4th without the proc getting missed along the way, but from the 4th to the 5 it's kind of tricky, and sometimes it will end up on the 4th skill. The reason why you want to start off with the 3rd skill is just because it gives you damage accumulation. So that's going to make it so that every skill you use after the 3rd skill just does more damage by proxy, because you have the accumulation set in place already. The counter on this skill is really nice. I think it's one of the best counter skills in the game. I love the range on it and everything. But for PvE content, especially if you're playing Rogue with a normal obelisk, you're not going to use the counter. So this is what the counter looks like. Hello you fools. Okay, I have to get your attention first. So like, this is what the counter looks like when you let it play out. I think it's fantastic. It literally stuns everybody in like a 20-mile radius. Like, it's actually insane, right? So for like Alliance Conquest or some type of PvP stuff, she'll actually be really cool with the counter, depending on how much damage it does. If it does the same amount of damage as like Silver Surfer's counter, then it's gonna be bananas. Right, let's turn off this. So here's the thing, if you look at the defense down and when it gets applied for Rogue, this is why you want to delay the cancel on the 4th. So look at the 4th skill, the defense down gets applied rather once you slam down into the ground, so like right there. So because of that, you want to make sure that you do something like this. So we go, let's let this defense down run out. So we go 3 cancel, 4 cancel right there. As soon as you see her fist make contact with the ground, and then the ground kind of changes to this like sand looking crack, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you see the cracks in the ground, that's when you know you can cancel. You don't want to wait, because if you do wait, the hits from the sandstorm or the little vortex that she creates will trigger your damage back. But you do want, if you're gonna use her in War Boss Ultimate, which at tier 2, that's basically the primary place you're gonna use her until you get her tier 3, and you can start using her against Null. When you get to Null, it's completely up to you what you want to do. The tier 3 skill looks pretty nice. That's with the SFX off. I'll turn the SFX on in a sec. But yeah, overall I do like the kit. I just think the heal could have been a little bit better. I'm a little bit upset. I think they should have just left the heal that was on the 2 skill here, instead of moving it to the uniform bonus. Like, I know they buffed it, but they could have left this one here as well. Like, 2 heals wouldn't have made her like the most busted character in the game, because we have Luna Snow. She has like 5 different heals, right? For God's sakes, even on her basic auto attack, she has a heal. Now the tier 3 skill, it's okay in terms of effects that it's offering. I would have liked to see a little bit more personally, but here's the thing, if we get good damage out of this, I'll be okay with it. So we'll see. I'll reserve my final judgment for this tier 3 skill for like a day when I have it. Okay, so let's jump into some content now and see how she rocks. Now that I've given you guys my thoughts on her, I did like stage 80 with her already, and I know she can do it. So here's the thing, I'm gonna go up a little bit further, right? I did 80 when I was testing her out with no strikers, and she was able to cut through it, so that's pretty nice. And here's the thing, 80 tier 2, no strikers, that's pretty good. So I did try her out with Dr. Voodoo lead, just because she has 55% defense down. I think I like this comp better. I know somebody's gonna say like, oh, it's better to use Voodoo or White Fox or what have you, and okay, but like I do like this comp a little bit better. And the fifth skill could have been a little bit longer, so sometimes it kind of has me a little. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what I like to do here, give me a sec, let me just dodge this before I get to talking. Do like her movement speed is pretty fast naturally. So I like to go 3 cancel, 4 delayed cancel, 5, and after 5 I go into 2. But ooh, I think I lost the proc there. Oh no, I got it. I like to do 2 just because she moves around a little bit, but you could do 1 if you want. Let's go 3, 4, 5. I wish, yeah, like I wish the fifth skill had a little bit more like oomph to it. Like it feels lackluster, like it feels like it's missing a section of the skill. Okay, buddy. Okay. Yeah, I feel like the fifth skill ends a little bit too early. It kind of reminds me of like Cable's fifth skill, where sometimes I catch myself standing around. I'm talking about new kid Cable, teenage Cable, right? But I kind of think it's because Cable could always just channel his fifth skill forever before, so that now having it end before I'm ready for it to end just catches me a little bit off guard. But like for Rogue, yeah, like that wasn't the case before, so I don't know why I feel like the fifth skill is missing a little bit of something. Oh, by the way. Okay, hold on. What's going on here, buddy? Why are you taking so long to die? By the way, a cool thing about Rogue, she increases not only the proc from herself, but if you have a CTP of Insight on like the support character that's with you, she will buff the Insight. So look at the proc on the Insight. It's supposed to only be 20%. Now it's 24%, right? And it's lasting for, hold on, for even more time as well. And if I show you guys, hold on, look at the proc. It's 216, which obviously that's impossible, right? If it wasn't for her tier 2 passive. So let me just, so like with a rage, she's gonna be so good. She's gonna melt through stuff. Oof, wow. I was trying to like move to avoid him, and then I moved to right where he was gonna be. It's a shame that I don't get to use her paralysis at all. I think that's one thing she's kind of lacking, because since I'm canceling, ooh, I might die. Yep, I died. Okay, so that was a bit unfortunate. That was kind of my fault, but let's run through it one more time. Let's pop Fury's buff there. Let's use Dazzler over here. Just pull him over here. Okay. Okay, that was nice. But yeah, I think I'm gonna give her a judgment and then just try her out with that. Because I think for her it's just better to not give her the proc. The skills are just too short, man. Or maybe I just need to wait until I get to tier 3. I don't know. I can't decide. Okay. It is cool that she buffs the Insight though. She just buffs all the buffs, which is pretty good. By the way, she doesn't buff it for the whole team. She just buffs it for herself. So like if I brought in Nick Fury or Dazzler, the insight would only give them 20%, whereas it gives Rogue an extra 4%. All right, so I'll show you guys in a sec here. So like when I bring Fury in, the insight is still up, but you can see it's only giving 20% extra damage to heroes and villains, whereas for Rogue it was giving her an extra 4% on top. Alright, so it's just her tier 2 passive buff in the insight. It's a pretty cool interaction. Let's just get this clown to do that, and we do this, we do that, then we go 3, 4, 5, 2, and then we go 3, 4, 5. Okay, no. Come on, Rogue, you got it, sugar. There you go. Sugar, spice, and everything nice. Hey, what? Say what? My bro. I was too quick on the cancel for the fort there. No! Almost got clapped up, bro. Almost got clapped up. Nice, okay. Let's use Fury there. Then drop the buff for Fury there. Drop the buff for Dazzler over here. And then we'll tag Rogue in and fight this clown on this side. I was hoping he would come over, but nope, he doesn't want to come over. You heard Gambit's back in town. Let me not say that, making Rogue sound like a thought. Let me not say that and making Rogue sound like a thought. Oh wait, so her man's back in town, that means Corvus can't come over. Like what? Making her sound like a thought out here in these streets, bro. I can't be doing Rogue like that, bro. I can't. She loyal, bro. She loyal. Oh, that was nice. Good job, bro. She loyal, so loyal. So she doing all right. It's just that if the 5th skill was longer, like if the if the damage was like just as oh gosh, the damage was just as good and the 5th skill was longer, she'd be way stronger. So because of that, just gotta go with let's do that. Let's do that. We're gonna lose her immunity because of Nick Fury and his dome, but it's fine, we didn't die. Yeah, so Rogue is pretty good, man. Tier 2, doing this with a regular proc, that's pretty damn good. I don't care what nobody has to say. Ooh, this is my 2 cents. 85 is pretty good. 90 probably possible, but your boy too much of a scrub. But 85, no strikers, no awakening, no tier 3, that's pretty good. So salute to the girl. And the thing is, maybe with Voodoo she could do higher because she does have 55% defense down, but I just like the Nick Fury lick a little bit more, you know. By the way, this is the ISO set. Showed you guys that already. And oh, meant to click cards. These are the cards. Like, you know what I'm saying? These days I gotta show y'all my cards so you guys don't think she's only able to do that because of Pierce or none of that. Nah, she's alright, man. She's alright. Alright, I wouldn't say she's perfect. Right, I do think she could die very, very easily, especially against Corvus. She gets stabbed up and then it's good night, sweet princess, right? And yeah, let me know what you guys think of her. Personally, I think it's a good look, it's a good upgrade, but it's not perfect. And I do think that one of these is probably what she's gonna ultimately end up getting from me or from most of you guys. But maybe you guys find energy to be good enough for what you want to do with her. So if that's the case, cool, you can go with that. I don't think she's hard to play with a proc per se. I just don't think you're getting the full benefits of using the character with a regular damage proc, because your damage proc will amplify the damage on one skill for up to 5 seconds. In the case of Rogue, the duration goes from 5 seconds to 7 seconds, but you're only getting 2 seconds of that because of how short her 5th skill is, right? It only lasts for about 2 seconds. So with a 7-second duration and you only using 2 seconds of that, you're only getting like 30% of the character's potential for damage output, right? So that's just me, right? 30% give or take, maybe 40%, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say, right? So I'm gonna stick to a judgment or rage in my mind for now. I'm gonna test it some more with what we have, and I'll give you guys some additional follow-up videos at tier 2 and then at tier 3, and I'll decide what I want to do with her long term in the foreseeable future. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.